Kaitlan, as we have been saying, here we go. 2 years later, this is all playing out. You have what's happening with Kevin McCarthy, and then you have, the anniversary of the insurrection, and now these people who are getting awards, and that's very special for them.
Yeah, MJ's totally right that to see the contrast, to see what's going to be happening, what's playing out here with what President Biden's going to be doing today, it's just remarkable. And so joining us is one of the 12 people who is going to get the Presidential Citizens Medal today. That is the CNN law enforcement analyst, Michael Fanone, who is a former Metropolitan Police officer and obviously the author of Hold the Line, The Insurrection, and One Cop's Battle for America's Soul. I wonder what it's like for you to be here on the 2-year anniversary. Like, what were you thinking when you were coming over here today?
I was thinking it's really early in the morning.
But really, you know what I mean. It has to be strange to be back here 2 years later.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, I'm tired of coming back here. I'm frustrated at the lack of accountability for those that were responsible for orchestrating the attack on our Capitol on January 6th. We're 2 years out, and while, we've cycled a lot of individuals through the criminal justice system that participated in the attack, Donald Trump is still walking around a free man.
What about what we're seeing play out when we talk about this split screen with Kevin McCarthy? Because you wrote this op-ed for CNN.com yesterday, and you said that he once told you he could not control the French members of his party. And we're seeing it play out in real time when it comes to him trying to get the speaker's gavel today.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people predicted what was happening today, and I certainly am not surprised. Again, I had that conversation with myself and Officer Harry Dunn and Gladys Sicknick, the mother of Brian Sicknick, when we sat in Kevin McCarthy's office, and he told us point blank, I can't control the fringe members of my party. And so here we are, about a year and a half out from that meeting, and Kevin McCarthy is desperately seeking the speaker's gavel and cannot control the fringe members of his party. By definition, a leader should have a firm grasp on all the members of his party. He doesn't. He's not a leader.
And what does it say to you about, that infamous trip that he made down to Mar-a-Lago in the days after what happened here 2 years ago?
I mean, that just goes to show you the type of person that Kevin McCarthy is. Kevin McCarthy cares about Kevin McCarthy, and his concerns lie in his professional future. He's the type of person who would, in the immediate aftermath of this, historic event, the attack on our Capitol, would lay the blame at the foot of the president, former President Donald Trump. And then when he saw it as not being politically advantageous, not leading to the speaker's gavel, he goes down to Mar-a-Lago, kisses Donald Trump's ass, and here we are.
If Kevin McCarthy doesn't get the votes to become House Speaker, which he may not, what do you want to see and to hear from the person who is eventually the House Speaker?
I want to see the new leadership denounce political violence and hold its members accountable for the rhetoric that they use, that we've seen time and time again inspire acts of violence across the country.
One thing they've done here in recent days, I've noticed, is remove the magnetometers outside of the House chamber that had been put in place. What do you think of that?
I don't understand in this day and age, when we are dealing with a rise in crime across the country and a rise in political violence across the country, and we know that the Capitol and members of Congress are targets of that violence, that we would be doing anything to lessen the security posture at the Capitol.
Yeah. Michael Fanone, I know this is a strange moment for you to be here 2 years later, but thanks for joining us this morning and for coming over here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Don, I mean, as you were just noting there, you know Michael Fanone very well, and to see this moment playing out 2 years later, as this is very much still a conversation that's underway when it comes to security here at the Capitol, security nationwide, what these threats look like nationwide, and this fight playing out here on Capitol Hill.
And safety. And listen, I could say the insurrectionists picked the wrong people to mess with, and also the election deniers and the lawmakers, because Michael Fanone is going to say what Michael Fanone thinks, and he's going to say how he feels, as we have been witness to on many interviews here on CNN. So thank you very much for that, Michael and Kaitlan.